Father fakes death, flees country for another woman. Ryan Borgward, a man from Wisconsin, USA, became the center of public attention when he was accused of faking his death to escape his current life and start a new journey in Eastern Europe. The story began with what seemed like a harmless missing person report, but gradually unfolded as a meticulous and sophisticated plan to deceive both family, friends, and authorities. This case not only shocked the public in the United States, but also highlighted the security challenges and complexities of detecting fraudulent behavior to avoid legal consequences. Ryan Borgward, a 44-year-old man from Wisconsin, was reported missing during a kayaking trip on August 11th. At the time, many sources speculated that he was swept away by the current while kayaking near a lake. Borgward's family and friends expressed their sorrow and hoped that he would be found. A massive search ensued, involving local police, rescue teams, advanced sonar equipment, K9 units, and even volunteers. But no body was discovered. This prompted the sheriff's office to widen the search area. The sheriff shared, "We found nothing, so we kept searching, and the search lasted for 54 days. Podall said in a press conference on Friday. After multiple searches, investigators discovered an overturned kayak and a life vest floating on the water, along with Borgward's fishing gear on the shore nearby. His vehicle was parked at the marina. However, deeper investigations began to reveal a different picture about the disappearance. Police noted that there were no signs to suggest that Borgward had suffered a serious accident as initially reported. Clues from his personal computer helped investigators trace links related to a well-planned escape. The case took a dramatic turn in October when investigators discovered that Borgward's name had been checked by Canadian border officers on August 13th, a day after he was reported missing. Meanwhile, the first clues that led police to suspect Borgward staged his disappearance began to surface. During the investigation, it was found that his computer's hard drive had been altered recently, an unusual move if he truly intended to go kayaking on a regular day. This appeared to indicate that Borgward had tried to erase any traces or information that could expose his plan. Additionally, Borgward had purchased life insurance policies worth $375,000 in January, prompting investigators to question his financial motives. Why would a man take such actions unless he had plans far beyond the reach of his family and friends? These life insurance policies seemed to be part of a premeditated plan, potentially set up to provide a financial inheritance for his family if he was presumed dead. One of the most striking details in the case was the discovery of Borgward's connection with a woman in Uzbekistan. Before his disappearance, he had been conversing online with this woman, suggesting a clear plan to leave the US and seek a new life in Eastern Europe. Furthermore, Borgward had reported his passport as lost before going missing, an action that seemed suspicious, given his preparations to leave the country. Investigators believe he may have used a replacement passport to cross the border and avoid detection by authorities. His careful preparation for an escape from the US to a place where he had personal ties not only demonstrated his determination but also highlighted his clear intentions. "Thanks to this evidence, we are confident Ryan is not in our lake," said Green Lake Sheriff Mark A. Podall. According to the Green Lake Sheriff's Office, U.S. Customs, the Department of Homeland Security, and the FBI were involved in the investigation. Ryan, if you are watching this, I beg you to contact us or reach out to your family. We understand that anything can happen, but there is a family who wants their father to come home, Podall stated during a press conference on Friday. Authorities also found signs suggesting that he may have traveled to a location in Europe. What drove Borgward to make this bold decision? The motive behind faking one's death often revolves around financial, emotional, or social pressures. Perhaps he had encountered a personal crisis he felt unable to confront. The thorough preparation, from finances and international contacts to changes in personal devices, shows Borgward's determination and calculation. This case also raises questions about the psychological factors behind people who fake their death to escape their old life. His actions might stem from a desire to seek a new life or from pressures he felt unable to escape. This is a complex psychological phenomenon that shows how stress can drive individuals to make extreme decisions. Interestingly, This case highlighted the role of technology in detecting death fakes. Authorities used various technological tools, from tracking personal data, checking electronic devices, to analyzing financial data. The advancement of technology helped law enforcement uncover the truth behind Borgwart's plan, showing that while one may go to great lengths to escape, modern technology can gather vital data to track their trail. The public reacted strongly to Borgwart's story. Many were shocked and could not understand why someone would fake their death and leave their family in this way. For his family and friends, this revelation was a huge blow. They had faced the pain of losing a loved one, only to later realize it was all a staged drama. The families' and friends' reactions are understandable, as they had believed they had lost someone dear to them. The truth behind Borgwart's staged disappearance left a deep wound in the hearts of his loved ones. The Borgwart family is cooperating, and the deputy sheriff said his wife has been extremely strong. She has done everything we have asked her to do in terms of helping us get information and withholding information, Vandy Koch said. Unfortunately, we had to keep quiet for about a month from the time we first started thinking he was somewhere else until we had enough information to share with the world. And she has done that. Our hope is that at some point, we can hold Ryan accountable for his actions and seek restitution, he added. In Borgwart's case, legal consequences may include charges of fraud, deception, and other forms of legal responsibility related to faking his death to evade law enforcement. If Borgwart purchased life insurance policies to benefit from his fake death, he could face insurance fraud charges. Insurance fraud is a serious criminal offense in the U.S., as it not only affects insurance companies but also impacts the entire financial system. If convicted, he may be required to reimburse the full amount paid for these policies and could face imprisonment. Borgwart's fake disappearance forced rescue and search teams to deploy significant resources, including police, volunteers, and rescue vehicles. The costs for these operations are typically substantial, especially when the case extends over a long period. If caught, Borgwart may be required to reimburse the entire cost of the search, to refund the local government's budget, and compensate the time and effort of the rescue teams, especially with charges of using a fake passport or providing false information to escape the U.S. He could be prosecuted for using forged documents or misreporting the facts. This is a violation of U.S. immigration law and criminal law. In addition to financial penalties, this could lead to prison sentences, especially when his actions are found to have been premeditated and caused significant consequences. The Ryan Borgwart case serves as an invaluable lesson for both the public and law enforcement. It shows that in the modern world, surveillance and monitoring need to be stricter to prevent similar fraudulent behaviors. Furthermore, the case raises questions about the development of technology and how we use it to protect the community. The fact that Borgwart was able to easily report a lost passport and leave the country reveals a security loophole that should be addressed. Borgwart's fake death case is a complex story that contains both mysterious elements and deception. Through this case, we see how far individuals may go when faced with a personal crisis. Moreover, this also serves as a warning about using technology to detect and prevent fraudulent behavior, making society safer.